Lunchtime News with Lucrezia Millarini.
Good afternoon. The Prime Minister has joined in criticism of the BBC after a retired judge found deceitful behaviour was used by one of its former journalists to secure an interview with Princess Diana. Lord Dyson said the organisation's own internal investigation was woefully inadequate. Boris Johnson now says he hopes the broadcaster will make sure nothing like this ever happens again. Well, it comes after Princes William and Harry condemned the BBC about the impact Martin Bashir's deception had on their mother. Our political reporter Shihab Khan has the details. Well, Prince Harry has spoken of how he turned to drink and drugs to deal with the death of his mother. Talking again to US TV host Oprah Winfrey, he described how he was willing to take drugs to feel less like he was feeling more than a decade after Diana's death. The Duke of Sussex also talked about the pressure his wife Meghan faced after marrying into the royal family and the lack of support he says she received. Neil Connery reports. Our royal editor Chris Shipp is here. Chris, two royal developments to talk about. Let's just we have heard him talk before about mental health and his struggles with it, but this interview very candid, isn't it?
The memory of his mother is when she was crying in the car. The fact that his father didn't help them, that was articulate.
Let's turn now to the other story we saw at the beginning of the programme, of course, that Martin Bashir interview. We heard from William that statement last night. Pretty clear, unprecedented, really.
Yes, it was a big issue.
It is a big issue. Chris, thank you. Well, for more information and advice on how to look after your mental well-being, just go to itv.com/Britain Get Talking. Moving on now, Spain has announced it will lift restrictions on UK travellers entering the country from Monday. People arrive. Well, new figures out this lunchtime have shown the first sign of increasing COVID cases in England. The Office for National Statistics Infection Survey says that while the number of people with the virus remains low, they are beginning to increase. Our science is expected, though.
Yes, I think it was up. How well vaccines are working, what role
We've also been speaking to Sir Patrick Vallance, who's, of course, government. What's he had to say?
That's right. Well, he is all the more reason why we need this. Better.
Still to come. But first, a new study of 340,000 pregnant women in England suggests that having coronavirus around the time of birth may slightly increase the chance of stillbirth and premature birth. The research led by the National Maternity and Perinatal Audits found that 8.5...
Thank you for having me.
Police in Wales are searching for rioters who set vehicles alight, damaged houses and attacked police cars in the Mayhill area of Swansea last night. First Minister Mark Drakeford has described the violence as completely unacceptable. Well, our Wales correspondent. And finally, love it or loathe it, the Eurovision Song Contest is back this weekend after a year off because of the pandemic. Can you hear me? Rehearsals underway. It's a huge event, isn't it? I mean, how are you feeling ahead of the big show tomorrow night? James, you mentioned Iceland there. They're one of the favourites. Who have you been watching? Who do you think is up there? Who's big competition for you? For you, Will. Listen, talking of doing a country back, we know that the real drama starts with the point scoring, doesn't it? Because that's the real nail-biting part. And, you know, the UK hasn't done particularly well in past years. How confident are you feeling that you can turn this around for us? Anything can happen, but listen, James, we're wishing you the very, very best of luck. And we just want to say, can you just rest the voice? No more interviews now. And brilliant. Good luck to James. Eurovision tomorrow night. That's it this lunchtime. I'll be back with the ITV Evening News at 6:30. The news where you are follows the national weather. But for now, from everyone here on the lunchtime team, bye-bye. Hello again. Now the main stories in London. Police have arrested a man following reports of anti-Semitic abuse in Golders Green this morning. A 19-year-old has been detained on suspicion of racially aggravated public disorder. He's been taken to a North London police station. Well, last weekend, 4 people were arrested over another incident in St John's Wood. Officers will be conducting high-visibility reassurance patrols in the area. Official figures show cases of the concerning Indian variant of COVID-19 in London have jumped 80% in the last week. A report by the spending watchdog has found victims of the Windrush scandal continue to face long waits in receiving compensation. 12 men have been arrested or interviewed under caution after a torrent of online racist abuse was directed at a high-profile Tottenham footballer. Heart surgeons at the Royal Free have been pioneering the use of artificial intelligence to help with complicated procedures. The High Court has ruled to save a 400-year-old tree in East London. Time for the weather. Here's Amanda. And that is all for now. We're back at 6. Until then, enjoy your afternoon. Bye-bye.